It's a beautiful memory to mark.
A cyclist who was hit and killed during last year's Horsey Hundred will be honored this weekend during this year's ride.
A fallen state trooper's legacy lives on.
We're so proud this evening to give out the first Eric K. Chrisman Memorial Scholarship.
How Trooper Chrisman's friends are carrying on his will to give back.
Governor Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear are attacking each other again, why the governor says he's joining the transgender bathroom policy lawsuit.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. It is unofficially the beginning of summer, and it feels like summer here in the Bluegrass.
Yeah, that heat and humidity that we're seeing isn't going to back off anytime soon. We begin tonight with meteorologist Jim Caldwell and your no-wait weather forecast.
And you really know it, guys, when you walk out at 11 o'clock at night and it's still kind of sticky out there with temperatures running well into the 70s in many locations. That's what we have out there tonight. But as we look forward into your Memorial Day weekend, showers, thunderstorms likely Saturday, Sunday, and into Memorial Day itself as well. Smaller chance there, but we'll also keep that humidity up to those very uncomfortable levels. Tonight, on our Defender Radar Network, again, still tracking some showers and thunderstorms. You can see a little more of a punch being packed with some of these. It's moving through Campbellsville right now and will continue to flirt with Interstate 65. It's due north. Now, that means here in Lexington, we're in pretty good shape. We might have a renegade shower. Other than that, we're pretty quiet. Out in eastern Kentucky, these looked a little more impressive earlier, but even now, starting to lighten up considerably. One will track into southern Ohio here soon. Our forecast for the overnight, I think we're at 69, mostly clear skies once this rain starts to settle down by early tomorrow morning, and then those daytime highs, they start pushing back into the 80s tomorrow with more chances of showers and thunderstorms. We'll break it all down with the hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. A big celebration tonight as cyclists get ready for a big ride this weekend, but those taking part couldn't help but remember one of their own.
The 39th annual Horsey Hundred gets underway early tomorrow morning. The event ended in tragedy last year when cyclist Mark Hinkle was hit by a truck and killed. Monique Blair shows us how they're going to honor Hinkle during the ride in our top story at 11.
The excitement palpable as every year for now 39 years, cyclists travel from all over the world to participate in the two-day bike ride. This year, some traveled as far away as England. And for Karen and Mark Rossi, Columbus, Ohio.
It's our favorite ride.
This year, though, there's a somber touch to all this excitement.
We had an unspeakable tragedy in our community last year during this event. And it affected each of you, and it affected our community deeply.
Mark Hinkle was hit by a truck and killed as he was nearing the end of an all-day ride.
We were in the group that he was in, and we stopped because a friend of ours got a flat tire, so we could have been involved.
Karen Rossi and her husband Mark still remember the moment all too vividly.
So we were fixing the flat tire and we saw the pickup that hit him go the opposite way towards us. And I thought, that car is driving so fast.
On both days of the Horsey Hundred, cyclists will ride through Lemons Mill Road here. And as they pass through this very spot where Mark Hinkle was hit, they'll be able to stop right here and honor him.
It's a beautiful memory to mark, and it's also just a beautiful reminder for cyclists and motorists to share the road and to be careful and respect each other.
In Georgetown,
just be careful, be safe, and God bless you.
Monique Blair, WKYT.
This year, for the first time, some large electronic signs will be placed along the ride route, alerting drivers to watch out for all the cyclists. Also, police officers will be covering every part of the course in all 5 counties the cyclists will ride.
The political battle between Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear is heating up again. Today, Governor Bevin announced that Kentucky will join the lawsuit against the Obama administration over a federal directive concerning transgender bathrooms. The governor called out Beshear, saying his administration will join because the Attorney General won't. But Beshear says the governor never talked to him about the issue and accused the governor of, quote, playing politics. The decision to join the lawsuit has provoked strong reactions from both sides.
This is a presidential edict having to do with local schools. You could not be jumping in line on an issue any greater. There are so many different layers of government bureaucracy between the president and the local school systems, and for him to attempt to subvert all those different layers of bureaucracy is just wrong.
Governor Bevin didn't have to do this. This is, you know, him taking an initiative that does not represent the state of Kentucky. Him taking an initiative that several states have done that seeks to undermine the idea of equality for all of our citizens.
Kentucky is the 12th state to join the lawsuit. Officials from 11 states filed the suit on Wednesday.
New tonight, a man charged in connection with a double shooting in Laurel County says he's not guilty. Landon Collins is accused of shooting Ralph Boggs and Garrett Turner at a home on Locust Grove Road. Deputies say Boggs and Turner went to the home to confront Collins over a domestic issue with Boggs' daughter. They tell us Boggs was shot in the head and Turner was shot in the stomach. Both men were taken to UK hospital. Today in court, Collins pled not guilty to attempt to commit murder. He'll be back in court on Tuesday. The case against an eastern Kentucky man accused of stabbing his brother to death has been sent to the grand jury. Floyd County investigators say that Trenton Ward and his brother Timmy got into a fight on Sunday night, and during the fight, they say Ward stabbed his brother. And after the incident, Ward threw his clothes into a creek. Ward's wife claims that he was only trying to protect himself. Right now, Ward only faces a tampering with physical evidence charge. Investigators say they have sent the knife involved in the case to a crime lab for testing.
A Knox County grand jury has indicted a man on murder charges. Investigators say Richard Brown shot and killed Shane Mills earlier this month. Police say Brown admitted shooting Mills twice at Mills' home on Trace Branch Road in the Walker community. But police say they aren't sure what led to the shooting. Mills' father believes other people were involved in the murder. A Montgomery County man has been sentenced to more than a decade in prison for a deadly crash last year. Christopher Brocious is accused of causing a crash on US 127 last March in Lincoln County that killed a Casey County man. Police say he was drunk when his vehicle crossed the center line and crashed into Jeffrey Williams' truck. Williams died at the scene. Originally, Brocious was charged with murder. He later pled guilty to manslaughter. Today, he was sentenced to 13 years.
After nearly 30 years on the job, the Bardstown police chief has officially retired tonight. Chief Rick McCubbin announced back in April that his last day would be May 31st. Turns out he served his last day with the department today. Starting June 1st, Detective Mackenzie Mattingly will take over as interim chief. Today, Chief McCubbin posted a long message to Facebook this afternoon saying goodbye. Before he hung up his badge tonight, McCubbin made one last stop at the ramp where Officer Jason Ellis was shot and killed 3 years ago. In his note, he said he wanted to, quote, pay respect to the one true hero who gave his life for the town. We have the chief's full letter right now on WKYT.com.
His family wants to make sure his legacy lives on. Tonight, 2 students in Anderson County were awarded the first ever Eric K. Chrisman Memorial Scholarship. Trooper Chrisman died last June in a crash in western Kentucky. New at 11, Garrett Weimer talked to Chrisman's friends.
It's a happy occasion, a time for applause, pictures, and smiles. But for a few moments,
this one's tough.
This awards ceremony took a different tone.
We're so proud this evening to give out the first Eric K. Chrisman Memorial Scholarship.
Chrisman was well known to and well loved by this community and this school. He played basketball and later coached here. The school retired his jersey number 3, hung his picture on the wall outside the gym. His loss has touched many.
We miss Eric so much, but we praise God that Eric's message still lives on.
Needless to say, it's been a difficult time for those who knew Trooper Chrisman, but his friends say they can take comfort in knowing his legacy. Everything he stood for will live on.
Even though I would much rather have Eric here in its unfortunate circumstances, that his legacy can be carried on through scholarships, and I know the young ladies that won the scholarship will represent Eric well.
As he handed the scholarships to the 2 young ladies, he also gave them a challenge we all could aspire to fulfill.
Make you proud.
And reminded everyone of the words found on a paper on Trooper Chrisman's desk, words now etched on his grave.
My God is first, family is second, and everyone's family.
In Lawrenceburg, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The Kentucky State Police Post in western Kentucky will also honor Trooper Chrisman next week. Troopers will hold a dedication ceremony next Monday, June 6th in Graves County. They will be unveiling a monument to honor Trooper Chrisman and Trooper Joseph Cameron Ponder. Ponder was shot and killed during a traffic stop on Interstate 24 in Lyon County in September. He was originally from Hardin County. The Back to the Badge organization helped raise money for that monument. Hundreds of protesters clashed with police and each other in San Diego near where GOP nominee Donald Trump held a rally today.
And we've learned tonight that there have been some arrests. Danielle Nottingham has more now from San Diego.
Police wearing riot gear faced off against about 1,000 protesters in San Diego Friday evening following a Donald Trump rally. The demonstrations outside the San Diego Convention Center started out peaceful, but became heated after a few hours. San Diego police said several people were arrested. This man was taken into custody after police say he climbed a railing outside the convention center. Protesters threw bottles at police during the confrontation. Several different groups came to protest Trump's rally, including people representing Muslims, African Americans, union workers, and LGBT groups.
Many in this crowd are taking a stand against Trump's views on immigration and his plan to shut out illegal immigrants.
We're here kind of just to make our voices heard and to uplift the stories and the struggles that we have.
Anti-Trump protesters clashed with Trump supporters after the rally. Police declared an unlawful assembly and informed protesters it was illegal to remain in the area. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, San Diego.
And at last check, police say they had made at least 3 arrests.
New tonight, a Nelson County museum has offered to take a controversial statue causing issues in Louisville. City leaders there want to move a Confederate monument near the U of L campus. A group trying to preserve the statue has been trying to fight the move. The Civil War Museum in Bardstown says they've sent a letter to the group offering to take the monument and put an end to the battle. The museum has the largest collection of memorabilia in the state, but so far the city has not made any decisions about where to put the statue once it has moved from campus. A judge has allowed the city to move it, and both sides said they were willing to find the right spot to put it.
You will be able to get a peek at the home of boxing legend and Kentucky native Muhammad Ali this weekend. There will be a grand opening tomorrow morning at the home on Grand Avenue. The home will be open on Thursdays through Saturdays. Admission is $8 for adults, $5 for children. Ali lived in that home from the late 1940s until the early 1960s. Graduating kindergarten is already a pretty exciting day for a 6-year-old, but for a young boy in Louisville, his graduation day is pretty tough to beat.
Yeah, Owen Smith hadn't seen his dad since he was deployed back in October. Staff Sergeant Scooter Smith has been traveling on a Navy ship since then. This week, he made it back to Louisville, but Owen had no idea until his name was called at graduation. And there you see it. His dad walked out on stage, and the two had only a few words to describe their feelings.
Like heaven. I don't know how else to describe it.
Oh, those smiles are great. Sergeant Smith is now stationed in North Carolina. I couldn't really watch the video I was reading, but I could see him just run up those steps to his dad.
That was great. Up next, we'll hear from